How's it going, everybody? It's Fo here. We're at the Tulsa International Airport, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm ready to catch my flight down to Dallas and then my connecting flight to Charlotte, where I'll be starting phase number 2 of Captain Upgrade training at Southern Airways Express. An exciting episode coming up, so stay tuned. Alright guys, just made it to Dallas, on my way to my gate to catch my flight over to Charlotte. Alright y'all, just made it to the hotel here in Charlotte. Gotta find my room, get ready to go to bed. Gonna start early tomorrow on our way to simulator training. It is day number 1 of simulator training. On my way downstairs to have breakfast here at the hotel. Guys, we're all done with day number 1 of Sims. So
just waiting for the instructor to come out, do some paperwork, and do a little bit of debriefing, and then tomorrow we'll do it all over again. Today we were out of Ottawa, Canada. Tomorrow we'll be out of JFK, and then check ride the day after that. It's day number 2 of training. It's about 6:30 in the morning now. About to head downstairs, get some breakfast, and review some notes and some training materials before we catch the shuttle over to Fly-Rite. Today we'll be working out of JFK, and we'll be doing a lot of procedures in preparation for our check ride tomorrow. All right, folks, session number 2 is now complete. We just got out of the sim. That was our check ride prep, and then tomorrow we'll be doing the check ride. So it'll be a fun times. How's it going, everybody? We are back at the hotel now. It's the end of day number 3 and the end of phase number 2 in this upgrading process for Southern Airways Express. We successfully completed phase number 1, which was done in Pittsburgh. That was the ground school. That is where we learned all about the company's policies and procedures and the functions of now a pilot in command rather than the first officers, because now the responsibilities are different. The requirements needed and required of you are different. The responsibility level is a little bit different now. And so that was done in Pittsburgh, and that was successful. And then phase number 2 is where we attend a 3-day course here in North Carolina, Concord, at the Fly-Rite Training Center. What we did here was we did a series of training events in the simulator. They both have the analog and classic version, as well as the Garmin G1000 version, which is what we used during our training here. Great facility, great personnel, very nice and friendly people, and very professional instructors. We started day number 1 here with just a general overview of how to operate as a pilot in command. Kevin and I both took turns sitting in the left seat, starting up the engine, looking for any anomalies, looking for any abnormal things going on during the startup procedures. We got in the aircraft or the simulator, and we did some maneuvers. We did a couple of aborted takeoffs. We did a bunch of other items on the first day. So it's kind of a day to get refamiliarized with operating from the left seat, because we had both been flying in the right seat for a year now. Day number 2 was pretty much the review for the check ride, which took place today, which was day number 3. So the review consisted of several items where we were able to fly several departure procedures out of JFK Airport, as well as approaches into JFK Airport, as also abnormal and emergency procedures. You know, we had engine failures, we had several failures while we were in flight, and in several weather conditions. And then today, day number 3, was an early start. We got into the facility around 8 in the morning. We do we did the oral examination, which that always takes place first before you get into the practical portion of the check ride. And the oral exam took about an hour for the both of us. And thankfully, we were able to back each other up, and the examiner saw that we both knew a little bit about our systems and a little bit about the aircraft and all of its functions. And so it took about 45 minutes or so, not an hour. And then after that, we both went into the simulator and did the practical portion. I started off first in the left seat, then Kevin came in the afternoon. And so all we did was we got in there and we had to perform as a crew and perform all the necessary maneuvers that was asked of us to perform. We also responded and reacted to the emergencies that were thrown at us in a professional manner and in a safe manner. And then one of the parts that we had to do was to be able to fly single pilot and be able to manage the flight deck without having a first officer sitting in the right seat. And so at the end of the check ride, when we did our debriefing, the instructor was very pleased with our performance and said that we worked really good as a crew and that we knew our stuff. And that all happens because you study with your study partner and you get refamiliarized with the aircraft and know your stuff. And so we got the okay today. We got our papers signed off. And so the next phase, which is the last phase, would be our OE, which is operating experience. And what that means is it'll take place in West Palm Beach, Florida. And that is required of us now as checked out pilots to go sit in the left seat with the company's line check airmen. And we have to perform all the duties as a captain for the company while being evaluated by the line check airman. Once the 2 days are done, the line check airman is happy with your performance. He'll sign you off, and then after that, you are officially a captain for Southern Airways Express. You're given your epaulets, you're given your wings, and all of your captain items, and then you'll report to your base after that, which in our case would be in January. So way to start off the new year as pilot in command for a really good company, flying a turbine aircraft, flying passengers into Class Bravo airspace, is one of the busiest airports in the United States, if not even in the world. So it was a fun time here in North Carolina. I'm excited to get back home and spend my 1 day off with my wife and my son, and then I'll be off to West Palm Beach after that. So stay tuned. That's going to be another video. Hope you guys have a wonderful one, and always remember that life is worth flying for.